afternoon, everyone. Very interesting topics, contraception, and in different case scenarios. So I welcome the expert commentators for today's talk. Ma'am, we'll have the discussion after everyone has shared their. Of course, ma'am is there. We were waiting for her. Dr. Jyoti Agarwal will soon be joining us, perhaps. Dr. Malvika is already there. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. And Dr. Angela is busy with another appointment of hers. Dr. Raj is there. Dr. Raj, aap ho na? Good evening, ma'am. And Dr. Umarai, also good evening. And Dr. Minalini is also busy, ma'am. She had a meeting, so she will perhaps join us later. So we start with Dr. Seema Gupta. Her topic is contraception in adolescence. A very relevant topic because times have changed. And so has this particular topic is, if I remember, barely 1 or 2 young girls coming to us with a very sad look or with their boyfriends or all alone saying that I've missed my periods and the pregnancy test is positive. Now it's a different case scenario. So Dr. Seema Gupta, welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. I thank Dr. Shadajan ma'am, Dr. Jyoti Agarwal and Dr. Deepti ma'am. Hope my screen is visible, ma'am.
हाँ डॉक्टर सीमा एक कप होगा नीचे
yes, sir.
उसको प्रेस करेंगे तो फुल स्क्रीन
yes,
हो जाएगा एक वाइन कप
फुल स्क्रीन ही है
फुल स्क्रीन है
फुल स्क्रीन है मैम
ठीक है
Good afternoon, everybody. At the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Shadajan ma'am, Dr. Jyoti Agarwal and Dr. Deepti Nath for giving me this opportunity. My topic today is adolescent pregnancy. As ma'am said, it is a very pertinent topic right now because we are seeing more and more of adolescents into sexual activity now. Adolescent pregnancy is defined as pregnancy under the age of 20 years. As of the National Family Health Survey of 2016 in India, we have found that 8% of females aged 15 to 19 have begun childbearing, and of these, 5% have had a live birth and 3% are pregnant with their first child. Hence, we need more of contraceptive awareness and more of contraceptive use among the adolescents. Now, why do adolescents need contraception? As in India, adolescent marriages are very common, especially in the rural areas. And whether married or unmarried, there is always the risk of unwanted pregnancy. Adolescents experience the negative impact of unprotected sexual activity like unintended pregnancy, unsafe abortions, sexually transmitted disease, social and psychological consequences, which are very important in adolescence. The adolescents are not able to use contraception because of many barriers. First of all, there's barrier in obtaining the contraceptive method, and next is the barrier in using the contraception. Now, the barriers which are there in obtaining the contraception, why are the adolescents not able to obtain contraception is, first of all, the non-availability. There are many places, remote areas where they are not available, the contraceptive is not available. And second is the most important, that is the fear of judgmental attitude of the providers. Be it doctors, be it the pharmacies, there's always a judgmental attitude because of which the adolescents are not able to procure the contraceptives. And third is the inability to pay for the services. Most of the adolescents are not able to afford the services for themselves. And fourth also most important is most of the adolescents limit the use to condoms, the barrier methods, due to beliefs that the hormonal methods are not appropriate for them. Now, the many barriers that are there in using the contraception are, first of all, there's always a fear of opposition from the parents and the partners. The unexpected and unplanned nature of the sexual activity is very important for adolescents. Second, in the rural areas, when the girls get married, they're always under pressure to have children soon after marriage. And so the contraceptive awareness and contraceptive use is not there. Then fourth is the stigma surrounding the contraception. There are many myths surrounding the contraceptive use, because of which the adolescents are not using the contraception. Then there are misconceptions about the side effects and mainly the future ability to bear children, that the contraceptive use might affect the future ability to have children. That is why the adolescents are not able to use the contraception. Then there's always an inconsistent use of contraception in adolescents, because most of them have sporadic or infrequent sexual activity. So contraception use is not there. Then third is, then last of all, they don't know how the contraceptives works and how they should be used. Now, to improve the awareness and the use in the adolescents, there's a very important relation that the provider and the health professional can play. There's always a trusting relationship required between the provider and the patient, that is the adolescent. The provider has to have a holistic approach while counseling the adolescent about the provision of the resources and to increase access. That is the main components of the adolescent healthcare. And most important is confidentiality. Confidentiality is very important, especially for adolescents, because most of them might be having sex without the knowledge of their parents and anybody else. So they have to be taken in confidence that whatever advice, whatever they ask will be kept confidential. Fear that parents will find out is very important in adolescence. Then we have to have a comprehensive personal, psychosocial, sexual history of the adolescent so that we can advise them accordingly. Now, advising the contraceptives, we have to have a thorough sexual history taken from the adolescents. The CDC suggests taking a sexual history that encompasses the 5 P's. First is the partner, the number of partners, the type of partners, then the type of sexual practices they are engaging in, and whether they have any idea of protection from STDs, whether they have had any past history of STIs, and whether they want to prevent pregnancy and whether they know about it. Now, the role of provider is very important. The provider, that is the healthcare professional, should provide information that should include, first of all, the effectiveness of the method. Whatever method the adolescent is using, they should be aware what is the effectiveness of that method. Second is the importance of the information on the protection of that method against sexually transmitted disease. That is very important in adolescents. Then third is the common side effects of the method. If the adolescents are not explained about the side effects, they might discontinue the use of the contraception. Then whatever are the potential health risks and benefits of the method, they should be clearly explained to the patient. And also important especially in nation, very important is where can the method be obtained from? How then? What is the cost of the method? Whether they can afford it or not. And last is emergency contraception, which is very, very important in adolescents. Now there are some issues which are specific to adolescents. First of all, adolescents have the right to choose any contraceptive method. The health providers has to provide with them all the available methods. We have to inform about them, and that adolescents, like any other adults, have to choose whatever method they feel is comfortable and is good for them. In this, the social and behavioral issues are very important. Then adolescents also have the right to refuse any method that they don't want. It should not be imposed on them. Down the WHO medical eligibility criteria are the same for adolescents as they are for any other adult. Now, the various methods that we have available for the adolescents. First of all, we have the long-acting reversible contraceptive methods, which are commonly known as LARC. Then the combined oral contraceptive pills. Then the barrier contraception. Then progestin-only pills. Emergency contraception, very important again. And last of all, the vaginal rings, the transdermal patches, the female condoms, diaphragms, cervical caps, and sponge. The first method that I'm discussing today is the LARC, which is the long-acting reversible contraceptive method. Methods included in the LARC are the IUDs, which are the copper T, 380, the levonorgestrel intrauterine systems. The benefits and side effects of all these IUDs are the same as for adults. But the ideal candidates are those who are in monogamous relationship, whether married or unmarried, and they have to be told that these methods are not prevention against sexually transmitted diseases. Hence, a dual method like barrier contraceptive has to be used along with the IUDs. Then the long-acting, and the second are the progesterone implants, which are implanted under the skin, where there are mainly of two types. First is the Norplant, which is a levonorgestrel implant, effective for 5 years. Then we have the Implanon, etonorgestrel implant, which is effective for 3 years. This is ideal for those who require extended protection. So it is very good for adolescents because they would have a longer period of protection. Then we have the progesterone injections, the DMPA, depomethoxyprogesterone, which is given every 3 months. Then coming to the oral contraceptive pills, the combined pills, we have different formulations of COCs available. And
what is your comment? What is your comment about LARC as far as this country is concerned?
Ma'am, basically because of the judgmental attitude.
We are in India.
Yes,
we are in India and we should talk what is due. अगर आपकी पिछली 20 साल की प्रैक्टिस में या 25 साल की प्रैक्टिस में have you used any one of these? It's okay for France. It's okay for Western Europe. Is it okay with you?
No, ma'am. No, not very.
तो फिर आप वो वाली बात करो ना जो अपनी हिंदुस्तान के लिए है.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Then we have the combined oral contraceptive pills, where we have a different formulations of COCs available with varying composition of hormones, the ethinyl estradiol and the progesterone, different kinds. And they are also useful for specific target areas such as weight, acne, PCOS. So they are better suited for adolescents also. And the side effects and disadvantages are the same as for adults. And most important thing is the need to take the pill daily. So that is a little negative factor with the oral contraceptive pills because it might not be acceptable for adolescents to take the pill daily. And also there's also lack of protection against STDs. Then we come to progesterone-only pills. The progesterone-only pills, also known as mini pills, they are the commonly used formulations containing desogestrel or norethistrodone. The POPs are markedly less effective than other progesterone-only methods. They are not typically recommended as first choice for adolescents. However, they can be used for lactating adolescents. Now coming to the barrier contraception, this is the most common and the most effective type of contraception, which is acceptable to the adolescents. Mostly is the male condom. It acts as a mechanical barrier and also prevents against STDs. Thus, all sexually active adolescents should be encouraged to use condoms, regardless of whether an additional method is used or not used. The greatest advantages of this method is that it's easily available, easily accessible, and there is low cost and no prescription is required for the adolescent to obtain this method. Then we have the vaginal rings, the flexible rings, which are also not of very common use, especially in our countries. However, we can give an option to the adolescents. They can be used with tampons, and there is not. Then we come to transdermal patches, again containing ethinyl estradiol and progesterone. Though I don't think we have this very useful and very frequently used in our country. The benefits and side effects are like other combined oral contraceptive regimes. However, the transdermal patches have the additional disadvantages of skin irritation, dermatitis, and dislodging of the patches, so which makes it less acceptable. Then we have the other methods like female condoms, diaphragms, cervical cap, and sponges. They are also not a very preferred method for adolescents. However, we should inform the adolescents that these methods are also available with us. Now we come to the emergency contraception. The emergency contraception is a method administered in the immediate time period following unprotected sexual intercourse to prevent pregnancy. We have different methods available, like the ulipristal 30 mg, levonorgestrel only regime, should be taken within 72 hours. Then we have the copper IUDs and the high dose combined pill, the USPIS regime. Adolescents have to be made aware of these methods and where to source them. The access to emergency contraceptives needs to be increased by training the healthcare providers and by ensuring easy availability. It has a special role in girls and women subjected to sexual violence. So the emergency contraception is therefore very important in cases of rape and sexual violence. All adolescents are eligible for ECTs. A follow-up visit in 3 to 4 weeks is recommended to rule out possible pregnancy and discuss subsequent problems and due to the sporadic and unplanned nature of adolescence should be a part of anticipatory guidance to all the adolescents. So to conclude, substantial number of adolescents face serious health and social consequences due to unwanted pregnancy. Poor access to and use of contraception is a key contributory factor. To meet the needs of adolescents, countries should eliminate medical and social restrictions and support and enable adolescents to obtain contraception. It is the need of the hour now. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dr. Sangeeta, Dr. Seema,
Yes, ma'am.
I apologize that we have not monitored you. Whom did you show your presentation? डॉक्टर साहब एक बात बिल्कुल क्लियर है, जो हिंदुस्तान में अवेलेबल उसकी बात करेंगे ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Ulipristal is gone it has become the history. It has never came in this country.
Yes, ma'am.
आपकी अपनी प्रैक्टिस में जितने यहाँ लोग बैठे हैं, किन लोगों ने IUCD यूज किया है इमरजेंसी कॉन्ट्रसेप्शन के, जैसे एडोलेसेंट गर्ल इज कंसर्न? डॉक्टर साहब हिंदुस्तान की बात करो यार, जो चीज अवेलेबल है उसकी बात करो यार। मैं एम्बेरस नहीं करना चाहती आपको, पर एक बात बिल्कुल, यूनिप्रिस्टॉल यहाँ अवेलेबल नहीं है बेटा। IUCD यहाँ जितने लोग बैठे, किसी ने कभी ये यूज किया? इट इज देयर, पर आप सजेस्ट भी करोगे तो उठ के चली जाएगी वो। आप बोलो इट इज देयर, बट यू नो वी नहीं गॉट टू यूज इट। हम प्रोजेस्टेरॉन ओनली पिल की बात करते हैं। डॉक्टर साहब जो प्रैक्टिकल है वो बात कर सीमा, जो हम डे टू डे यूज करते हैं बेटा।
ओके मैम।
बुरा मत मानिएगा।
नहीं नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं मैम।
The exercise goes away waste if we have given you a chance. You should do the justice. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता अगर आप मुझे दिखाते। मेरे को 12 बजे भी रात को तुम्हारे को बताना होता तो मैं बताती आपको बेटा।
Okay, ma'am. I'll take care next time. I'll definitely take care.
Law are very good, but they are good only for France. They are good for Australia. They are good for UK. हमारे यहाँ कहाँ पर उसके रेलेवेंस है बेटा?
नहीं मैम।
The concept of adolescent contraceptive is double contraceptive. One should use barrier method, which is a failure rate in our country of 15%, because our boys are never trained. 3% may be failure rate in the Western world, but with us it is 15%. 15 to 25%. And that is why all these people don't want to have a pregnancy. So they have to have an oral contraceptive pill, because which is an effective method. So this is what the rule is of oral contraceptive combined with the barrier method is the method of adolescent health. Anybody, Dr. Malvika is here. Malvika, these are all our students. You know, we have to guide them. हमारा मतलब ये नहीं है कि हमने कुछ भी चीज प्रेजेंट करी हम कुछ भी चीज बात कर लेंगे। नहीं बेटा, it can't go on like this. The very exercise has gone awesome. Malvika, you want to comment on it?
I fully agree with you, because it is very important to educate these young girls, especially in urban areas nowadays. We have these young unwanted teen pregnancies and they are really going overboard. Especially in this corona time, I think everybody's sitting at home and studying. And we have a lot of these small, PG accommodations where people are studying for their various courses and they'll end up coming to us pregnant. And we have to spend good time with them talking about barrier and OCPs and telling them the importance of both, because transmitted diseases have to be told. They may be having more than one partners. It is really becoming a big problem. Do not waste time. You have to understand that they do not want to continue the pregnancy. You will have to abort, but contraception has to be told to them nicely so that they are counseled with due, in good privacy. We have to explain it to them. And barrier method has to be used along with OCPs. Madam, I fully agree with you. The importance of barrier method has to be understood by both the partners. And we always prefer that even the boy comes along with us. That's his stuff. Thing.
And madam, आप पानी की बात कर रहे हो? Now people have started having multiple partners.
Yes, madam. Yes.
इसी adolescent group में.
Madam, you will